Hello.
Is it recording?
Yes.
It is recording. Right, hello.
Good morning. What a week.
Yes, and I've managed to get myself a cup of coffee this week, which is a bonus, although it's actually pretty much empty, so never mind. One step at a time. Hello, and I guess this is our latest, where we're up to in terms of production on the Silver Screen Dreams movie. And I think what's striking me is that it feels 2 seconds since we did this time last week, and how quickly time is racing past.
What have you been up to this week?
Well, the big thing for me this week, I've been recording an audiobook, which is one of my Easter book. Been recording that, which has been very exciting, but it has taken up a huge chunk of this week.
Of your time and energy. You were giving everything, weren't you? Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not quite as far on, but we have been busy. We've got the website up and running now.
Great.
We've been rehearsing last night, and we've been looking for locations. Should we talk about locations?
Yeah, so we've got some really specific requirements for this main coffee location, which is quite tricky to find. So I'm making a little video today actually about what we need and the requirements. So I'll share that as well. If you can help us, that'd be fantastic.
Yes, please spread the word.
Yeah, we went to Wythenshawe Civic Centre to have a look. There are some empty units there, so we were trying to see. Ideally, we want to shoot the cafe scenes in the heart of Wythenshawe.
Yeah, because the whole idea behind this project is it's about kind of community, and it's meant to be a sort of like Wythenshawe community project. So to film as much as we can within Wythenshawe would make a lot of sense.
But we realised how busy it was, and there's lots of footfall, and if we're going to be filming a lot on weekends, as that's when most of our actors are free and available, then that might be a bit of an issue. So we're looking into that, but we really do need to secure this location, because all of the schedules, the timing of all the cast and crew all depends on this this location, which is about 70% of the film, probably.
Yeah. So it's a tricky thing because the nature of the story is it centres around this cafe, because it's a place where everyone in the community gathers.
Yeah.
So it kind of needs to be that sort of building, but it's a very tricky thing.
So we'd like to get that nailed
find.
this week, ideally.
Yeah, because as you say, because once we know exactly where and what days we can use it, then we can build the rest of the schedule. We can book in the camera.
So tell me about last night. What were we up to last night?
So last night we were rehearsing.
Yeah.
We were rehearsing certain characters. It was Big J and his gang, and their roles within the story, which we were sort of focusing on last night, and exploring those characters.
Yeah, we had Darren share his story as well, which was really powerful. And
it's just been great, kind of getting to know and hear the stories of the people in the group as well, because that's part of the process, isn't it? Really, it's about us kind of forming this filmmaking community and journeying together. So I think sharing our stories. So it's not. It feels like we're spinning a lot of different plates really at the moment. We're not only rehearsing a film, but we're kind of journeying together. That's such a cliche, isn't it? But
a process of them getting to know that they're valued, us knowing that we're valued. You know, I think value is a huge.
We're all on a kind of healing journey, aren't we, for different reasons? But I think it's about people feeling they can be accepted for who they are, that they don't have to pretend, they can be just their authentic selves. And that's okay, and we just kind of value and accept everyone just as they are. But it was different last night as well because we've got Matt Britton who's come to join us. The lovely Matt Britton, who's just absolutely brilliant. A fantastic actor and director.
We were trying to work out sort of where he fitted as well, because we're aware that it's your idea and you're directing the film, but we can't do everything. We're sort of, if we're actually acting in it, we really do need someone to kind of help us on the shoot, and someone who has gained the trust of everyone that we're working with, and someone who's part of the team, I think.
Yeah, and I think Matt is someone who will fit in really, and I think he'll be very gentle. I think in the way that he brings performances out of him. He's not the sort of person to be a bull in a china shop type thing or anything.
That's my job.
But it's slightly strange bringing somebody into the group after we've been such a kind of close group for the last sort of how many months is it now? September, October, November, December, January. We're getting on for 6 months.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And it did feel different with another dynamic there.
But I don't think it will feel different for very long at all. I think Matt will fit in really, really quickly because I think he's a perfect fit.
And he's brilliant at getting the truth out of acting. So I think to make all of our performances truthful, even though we want this heightened reality in a way, it very much needs to be grounded in truth.
Yeah, because I think it's to sort of help us all with it's sort of like an acting coach really. I think he's sort of going to be, because we're in it and we're trying to wear different hats as well, having that extra pair of eyes, that extra kind of I've run out of words.
Yeah, he's on the ground overseeing. And what else did we do last night? We started juggling around the casting, didn't we?
Yeah, tweak that.
Yeah, we're recognising that Cyril has got such a passion for mental health, and we want to release him to do the things that he feels called to do and he's so good at. And I think the part of Dave was quite a large time commitment, which I don't think Cyril's got. So we looked at... We've tweaked the casting.
We've tweaked the casting, but I'm perfectly happy with that, to be honest, because we went round in so many circles before we did cast it, thinking I can see that person in that role, that person in that role, or it could be completely the opposite way around. So the fact that we have changed it, it's...
Some of the characters was really clear, weren't they? Like who's playing.
Some was like, yeah, that's definitely that person. Other ones, it's like, well, it could be either of these two people.
And they bring a different
both would bring something to it. So I'm happy. I was happy as it was before, and I'm happy with the change as well. So I think it's all good.
It's been a busy week. Not had so much time to concentrate on this feature film, which seems crazy, but the biggest thing that I think we'd like to see nailed as soon as possible is the location. So if you could possibly help us help by sharing, especially if you're Manchester based, to try and find this coffee location.
Yeah, and if anybody's got any sort of contacts in sort of local media, local press, local radio, or anything like that, we'd love to share what's going on as well, because it's just brilliant seeing everybody's stories and hearing everyone's journeys through this. And
it's been a privilege, just honoured to know them. They're just amazing people.
It just reminds me again that even though we are making a film and that is the goal, it is about how we're getting there and what's going on in people's lives as we move forward, which is really key. So,
true.
Yeah. So more next week.
See you then.
Crack on. So put the kettle on.